Well, good evening, all. Ira Epstein, you don't recognize me. I had a haircut. Yeah, it'll grow back quickly, believe me. And it is Friday night, and we are here at March 31st, 2023, and this is your SPDR ETF stock market wrap-up. And what a week. I mean, in fact, what a crazy 3 weeks for the month. Unbelievable. Banking collapses, coming back. And I wanted to stay with that. So I'm staying with First Republic Bank stock. I want you to see the chart on it, and we'll review it again. And then we'll look at Schwab and some of the others as well, because it's very important. I'm going to do a special report either tonight or tomorrow on the dollar. I think it plays a large role in everything that's going on right now, and it will cover on the weekly basis to daily basis on charts. I'll break them down and teach you, and I'm going to put in UUP in it besides the futures. Then we will do something unique to my firm, which is called price counts. And it's not studies you've seen, but it gives you an idea where markets are going. And then we will do as well the seasonal study. So it's quite a bit that you're going to get from it. Now, do I know if I'm doing it tonight or tomorrow? I don't know yet. I got to finish these. Make some dinner, haven't eaten yet today, then I'll come back and see where I'm at. It's going to be interesting. My wife's been in Africa for a couple of weeks, so coming home and things will change as they are. It's been interesting. She loves it, loves Morocco. She's in love with it there. Now, let's talk about what else. I'd like you to do me a favor. If you like this time and effort that I'm putting in and you like the content, a couple of things. Tell your friends about it, of course. I love that. Remember, you can subscribe, and that way, as soon as I put these out, you get notice from YouTube, they're out. And there's that thumbs up. That really helps us because the algorithms at YouTube, then they start promoting us, and we get more viewership in it. That's what drives this whole thing. All right, so let's just go and take a look at FRC, First Republic. I don't know. You're up 13% this week. That's not bad, but it's still a $13 stock that had been up here back a year ago, December, 220. Does that look like a stock that's going to survive? That's the first thing you got to ask yourself. The next, lower highs, lower lows. You're in a bear trend. You're under all the key moving averages. They're not lined up in the ideal bear formation of the 18 under the 100 and the 100 under the 200, but it's pretty bearish. The market has stayed now how many weeks underneath the Bollinger Band? That's always important. So let's count them together. And here we go. I can do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Typically, you don't go more than 5. Obviously, if it's going to go bankrupt, it's going to go more than 5 because it'll go to 0 and that's it. And the Bollinger Band will probably never catch up with it. All right. So just want you to be aware. Are you oversold? You are. Would I ever tell a client to go short a stock under a Bollinger Band? It is never going to happen. Why? Because 95% of the time, 95% the market will trade within the bands. Admittedly, this is an unusual event. The stock may go broke. So is it a trading vehicle? I guess for the high-risk trader. Would I tell him to go short under a Bollinger Band? I don't care if it's going broke. The answer is no. Because if somebody comes to the rescue, you'll pop right back in it and you'll say, if I wanted to sell it, I had a better opportunity. In Schwab, this is your weekly bar chart, they are under attack too, and you know why. The way the accounting rules go, and I explained this during the week, you as a bank have the right when you're going to buy government treasuries or what other securities that considered that you're going to earn interest on. Are you holding them to maturity or are they matured, or are you labeling them that no, you're going to be selling them in the near future, whatever that might mean? Well, what most banks do, just think of the latitude. I'm never going to sell these. I'm just going to earn the interest all the way through. Therefore, they don't mark them down. Because you're holding them to maturity. What does it matter what the face value is? You're holding them to maturity. If, on the other hand, you mark them that, yes, I might sell them or I'm going to sell them, either one, You have to mark them to face value. I'm giving you the simplistic part. This is where the accounting falls apart for the FDIC and the Fed. They've now seen that. It works fine without bank runs, but as soon as something bad happens, suddenly everything that was number one, because the bank's going to just say, why should I take a haircut at all? They're going to keep everything I'm holding to maturity within reason. So 90% of their portfolio, right? That's realistic. Did SVB, did a sovereign bank do any bank hedging? We already know. The FDIC, the Fed chair, everybody's told you no. They've labeled them. They didn't know what they were doing. They didn't understand banking 101. Well, obviously, Schwab's got a problem too, because the same rules apparently are working here. And if the money keeps moving, they got a problem. Now, tonight, in my full research report, which is my subscriber paid report, the full one, I've already gone in and written how much money has moved out of the banking this week. And I'm giving graphs where it's going. I can tell you up front, you'll see it. It's a neat report, but it's gone to money market funds. And the reason is, the way a money market fund operates, it's buying a lot of what these banks do, but it does it in a shorter term basis. It expects that its money's hot money. Got the difference? They're not sitting there. They probably are marking maybe half their portfolio or more as hot money, going to move. They'll market at face value continually, whatever the rules say in the banking, because it's going to move in and out every day. It's not like a depositor who says, oh, I'll give you my money, John. John's your good banker. Yeah, I'll take a 3-year CD, and boy, we're here. And the bank takes that and then buys and says, well, there's John, until John gets scared of the banking crisis and walks to the bank and says, I know I got to forfeit a lot of interest. I want my money. Uh-oh. Big problem. And that's going on en masse. In KBE, lower highs, lower lows. But notice, it got back over the Bollinger Band. 95% of the time it'll do that. Is this a rescue? No. All that's happened is it's now moved to the right-hand side. It can bounce there. You had 3 weeks under the band. I'm going to repeat over and over. 95% of the time you won't stay under the band. So selling it here, I know you're going to tell me, but Ira, look how much it fell. Well, I'll point out to you over and over, if you sell it at those numbers, how you get your head handed to you, or if you buy at the Bollinger Bands, how they reverse. For the one time it has this issue, congratulations. You won't be around to catch it. In XLE, coming down, came to the energy down here, and this is the President Biden play. Instead of him taking advantage of what's going on in energy, no, folks, we got your vote in October for the election. Everybody's done. We're changing our policy. Of course, he doesn't tell you that, and he just doesn't follow through. Attaboy, Joe. And don't tell me I'm political here. I am presidential. I was as rough on Trump as I am on Biden. How I vote is my own thing. And I have to tell you, I am not a lifelong Republican or Democrat. I vote for the man. It's really important. That's where I'm at. Other parts, I do what I want. Am I a split ticket voter? I promise you I am. FXE. Lower low, higher high. Market comes up to the upper Bollinger Band. And by the way, it could have been a woman when I said man. Could just as easily be a woman. No problem with that. Market coming up to the upper Bollinger Band. Nah, it could back off here. But I want it to back off. I need another week or so. I'd like to see it drop a little bit to get bullish. Remember, I'm doing that dollar report, so you're going to want to see that. In the gold market, well, I told my clients, I think that you got to take money off the table against an upper Bollinger Band. Am I still bullish gold? Of course. Nothing's changed, but I want to buy it back, ideally cheaper, if it'll let me. Sometimes you don't get allowed in that way, but you're overbought, you're at the band. The odds are on my side that I'll be able to get that done. Gold miners. No, I wouldn't tell my clients to buy this. If the gold, I think, is going to slip back a bit, this could slip back. Now, the miners are different. A lot of leverage here, a lot of borrowing. They don't have to take the gold out of the ground. Those assets aren't going away under the ground. A little different play. You got to learn how to work with them. Tesla, well, Elon's looking at an overbought market. Could you come up here? You most certainly could. But I repeated and said during the week, you don't want to see this market under 163.91. So I'm not telling you it's an all clear to buy up until that's taken out. You don't have a clear pattern here of a trade. It's too difficult. AMC, I wish they would listen to me. I went to see John Wick last week. It's another 2.5-hour movie. Would somebody from ANC, if you know them, please tell them to call me. I'd like candy the rest of my life. I own the movie theater. It's staring them in the face. Take the movie, get permission to put an intermission in it. You will make more money. Everybody wants to go to the bathroom at an hour and a quarter, an hour and a half break anyways. Take 10 to 15 minutes out, let them buy your candy, go to the bathroom, they'll come back, they'll love the movie, and people aren't getting up in front of you to run to the bathroom in the middle of the kill scenes. And it appears more movies are getting longer. I've seen now Avatar, which was a marathon, and I just saw Wick. That is a long movie, a great movie for me. I like those type of movies. Looks like we just unfortunately lost a piece here. So I do think that the movie theaters would make a heck of a lot of money. Sorry we had to cut that, but it's the way it goes. Lost a connection apparently somehow. We have a bad storm in Chicago. You'll read tornadoes all around us, so things happening. As you can see, you're getting overbought in Apple. You're at a Bollinger Band. I'll let somebody else own it. I don't buy Bollinger Band tops. The market's got upside bias, but not worthy to me of a buy. In Meta just keeps going, and it is embedded. So this market on pullbacks, I think, is still a buy. I can see this target carrying the market between here and the 100-day average. I do think that this market's in your buy zone now on the way any corrections. TLT, market doesn't know what it wants to be. Can't quite figure out the interest rates, and that's what you're dealing with right here. And that's it. This is my news page, and that's how it looks. And I have all these beautiful titles, and I go through that, and you get different news services in on what we do. We have other versions of that, too, within the software that label them, put them in a different way, and it's pretty cool what we built there. But I do want to remind you that we've got this other part for you, my special currency report. If you want to see my dollar report, I'm going to cover in it price counts, seasonal charts. I'm going to repeat again. Then the weekly, build the charts from beginning, a plain chart with all the studies on it. Then the daily, UUP, I'm going to build. I won't build the whole one there. I don't think it's necessary. And then the seasonal and the price count. You get quite a bit of information. How do you get it? Well, you can move up here and there'll be a link, all right? If it doesn't take you there right now, it'll take you to the area, then it'll be out later tonight or tomorrow. It will be out sometime at the latest tomorrow morning. If I can get it done tonight, I will. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a great day. Thanks for listening to my nonsense, and I'll see you come Monday morning. Take care.